Fort Lewis College lacrosse lay down the law to Adams State Grizzlies. Colorado Springs softball rained on the Skyhawks senior weekend. We have academic excellence among us, and of course, another fast and furious school of skills. All this and more in this week's Inside Durango TV
You're watching
Sports.
Inside Durango TV Sports with Jordan Alexander, your source for information about sporting events in Southwest Colorado.
Welcome to Inside Durango Sports. I'm Jordan Alexander. With the college lacrosse season down to the latter stages, the Skyhawks needed a big result against Adams State Grizzlies on Saturday. And boy did they deliver. 4 different Skyhawks scored hat-tricks in the 18-8 victory on Ray Dennison Memorial Field at the Fort Lewis campus. Jan Vertner took top honours with 3 goals and 3 assists. She also hit the target 5 out of 6 attempts. Jessica Norby's accuracy was at pinpoint perfection as she put all 6 of her shots on frame. Norby scored 3 and assisted on 1 play. Catherine Dunn scored 2 in the first and 1 in the second half to increase Fort Lewis's total, and senior defensive midfielder Abby Kvidra rounds up the triple scorers with 3 of her own. The fireworks in the first half from the Skyhawks sticks saw them outshoot the Grizzlies' whole game shot statistics. Adams State could only muster 17 to Fort Lewis's 36 shots, and the Skyhawks outgroundballed ASU 21 to 15. The loss was the Grizzlies' 9th loss of the season and improves Fort Lewis to 8-6. FLC play Colorado College in Durango on April 26th for their final regular season game. The start is scheduled for 1 p.m. The Denver Broncos came to town last week for the Durango leg of their Salute to Fans tour. The 6-day and 20-city tour stopped off in Whalum Gymnasium at Fort Lewis College, and to say the fans turned up in their masses is an understatement. A huge line of orange and blue clad fans patiently snaked their way around the Fort Lewis campus in the hope of meeting a couple of the Broncos. I managed to catch up with defensive end Malik Johnson to hear what he had to say to the fans.
Broncos are in town to say thanks to their fans. So how important is it to have fans from your home state here?
It's awesome, man. You know, you drive around these cities that really can't go to the games, and you see the magnitude of fans. You know, it's crazy, and it shows a lot of love, and it just makes me so happy to be a Bronco.
Mm-hmm. And there's a ton of people out there, absolute ton. They've been waiting here for a long time. And what do you have to say to all the people who've been waiting for you?
Thank you for waiting. You know, it kind of sucks because we're not going to be able to get through everybody in an hour. But to those who waited, man, thank you. We feel truly blessed, and we're happy that we can come and spend an hour with you guys. I wish it could be more, but, you know, it's a long trip. But thank you for coming, and we're glad to be here.
I have never felt so small in my life. Ben Garland joined Jackson for the signing alongside Denver Broncos cheerleaders. A solid defense was the difference between Fort Lewis College softball and University Colorado Springs on Friday the 18th of April. Aspen Field entertained the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference's second-ranked team to put all the pressure on the Skyhawks as they head into their penultimate weekend of play. Coach Kira Zeiter's Hawks sit in 7th position with the top 8 teams going through to the postseason tournament. Let's get to those games. Over the first 2 games, Fort Lewis stayed nearly even in the Mountain Lions in hits, but the runs didn't follow. FLC only managed 5 runs total on Saturday compared with Colorado Springs' 11. Adriana Rostenhauser and Haley Bolyard drew first blood as they scored RBIs to give Fort Lewis a 2-1 lead by the end of the 4th inning. Errors plagued the Skyhawks game as they let Springs jump to a 5-2 lead from 4 runs in the 5th. Chelsea Rodriguez crossed home plate for the final Hawk run of the game. Victoria Johnson orchestrated from the mound. She pitched 7 innings and allowed 4 earned runs on 9 hits and struck out 6 batters. Game 2 and senior Rodriguez took the reins of her team in the pursuit of a better performance. Individually, she succeeded as she scored both Skyhawk runs and had 2 hits at 3 at-bats, not to mention a stunner of a home run for her 11th of the season. Kylie Raike pitched the game in which Springs fought back to upset the Hawks 5-2. She allowed 5 runs, 4 earned on 8 hits. Saturday's doubleheader against the same opposition fell on the Fort Lewis Senior Day. The class of 2014, Chelsea Rodriguez, Destiny D. Herrera, Kamali E. Peniku, Mariah Stewart and Haley Bolyard were honoured between games 3 and 4 in celebration of their Skyhawk careers. Fort Lewis threw away an 8-2 lead in the 3rd contest. They allowed the Mountain Lions to score 11 uncontested runs late in the game and threw an extra inning to steal the win. UCCS tied the game at 8 apiece in the 6th from 2 home runs, won a grand slam for 6 runs on 5 hits. The bats came out for UCCS in the extra 8th inning to score another 5 runs. Of the Skyhawk scores, Peniku hit the highlight, a 3-run homer to the delight of the Skyhawk fans. The 4th and final game saw FLC avoid a 4-game blowout and earn their first and only victory of the weekend. Giovanna Rios hit a double to take 1-0 lead, followed by Mindy Thompson's hit that pushed Rios on to score herself. Despite UCCS's home run in the 7th, 2 runs from Thompson secured the win for Fort Lewis. The Fort stay in 7th place, and they need to get results from 5th-ranked Chadron State this coming weekend for their sake of the playoff seed. Whilst we're on the topic of softball, let's jump to our School of Skills this week. It's time to dig out your glove as Fort Lewis's sophomore pitcher Victoria Johnson takes us to the mound to teach us how to throw the perfect pitch. Strike!
Hey guys, it's Victoria Johnson. I'm one of the pitchers on the Fort Lewis College women's softball team, and today I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite pitches. We're going to start out with the curveball, then the changeup, and then the fastball. So the grip of the curveball, if you look at the ball, it forms a C. I put my middle finger on the top of the C, my index finger on the bottom of the C, and my thumb on the bottom of the ball. So your index finger and thumb are going to form a heart, or half heart. So then I step on the mound and position my feet how I would on every pitch. And the way I get this pitch to cut across the front of the plate is I stride out across my body and then do a windmill motion and cut back across my body so that I can get the ball to cut across the front corner of the plate. So the grip for the changeup is the same as the curveball with the C. I use my index finger, my middle finger, and put it on the top of the C, and I put my thumb on the bottom of the C. And then I push the ball deep in my palm to slow the ball down. It's the same as any other pitch. I'm gonna rock back, and I'm gonna stride out straight this time. And when I finish my windmill and release the ball, my hand's gonna be like this, as if I'm gonna shake the catcher's hand to slow down the speed of the ball. The last pitch I'm gonna show you is the fastball. When I grip the fastball, I have the C facing this way. When I put these 3 fingers on the fastball, the first knuckle on each finger is gonna be on top of the lace. And then my thumb's on the bottom and my pinky's on the side. I step up just the same as any other pitch. And depending if I want this pitch on the outside corner or on the inside corner is where I step. So if I'm gonna throw this pitch on the inside corner, I'm gonna rock back like I normally would and stride out towards the inside corner. When I stride out like this, I'm just gonna finish my windmill and snap through the ball this way and have my arm like that straight towards the target. So those are the fundamentals on how to throw my 3 favorite pitches. I'm Victoria Johnson, one of the pitchers on the Fort Lewis College women's softball team. Back to you, Jordan.
Thank you, Victoria Johnson, for that display of sheer power and pinpoint accuracy. Now, college students are recognized on a weekly basis for their athletic exploits, but it's easy to let their academic achievements go amiss. Not on this show. We know an A grade in the classroom is equal to a game winner on the field. So without further ado, 2 Skyhawk student athletes received commendation this week. Golf's Dylan Washburn and softball's Chelsea Rodriguez. The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference have chosen Dylan Washburn as the 2014 RMAC Men's Golf Summit Award. The award is presented to the student athlete with the highest cumulative grade point average, of which Washburn holds a 3.96. The sophomore from Pinetop, Arizona holds a stroke average of 76.6 over 17 rounds this season. His season best of 222 came at the WNMU Spring Intercollegiate Tournament. Softball's 3rd baseman, Chelsea Rodriguez, was honored with the elusive title of the RMAC Softball Academic Player of the Year. Rodriguez holds a cumulative GPA of 3.62 and studies history and social studies with an emphasis on teacher education. In conjunction with the academic crown, the senior from Mesa, Arizona was also placed on the all-academic first team. Congratulations to both Dylan Washburn and Chelsea Rodriguez. Before an athlete can make it at the college level, they have to excel in their high school teams. So let's take a look at the high school roundup and see who has been victorious this week. The Mayberry brothers ruled supreme in Durango High School's baseball victory over Cortez. In the 4-2 win, Lawrence Mayberry pitched the game and only gave up 2 runs, whilst older brother Isaiah went 3 for 3 with 2 runs and 1 RBI. DHS girls tennis turned around losses in previous weeks to finish 3rd at the Delta County Invitational. The doubles pair of Ellie Gervais and Haley Pritchard finished 1st from a win over opponents from Montrose, 2-6, 7-5, 7-5. The Demons lacrosse dismantled Glenwood Springs 17-1 on Saturday at home. DHS now sit on a record of 6 wins and 3 losses for the season. Jared Cook and Wesley Comic scored 3 goals apiece. And to round up the Demons news, the girls soccer team lost 3-0 to Pine Creek in Colorado Springs. Ignacio Bobcats split their doubleheader in baseball against Dove Creek, but suffered the loss of pitcher Bo Ward from a shoulder injury. We wish him a speedy recovery. Bayfield baseball smashed Monte Vista 9-1 in the first game and 10-0 in the second. Matthew Knickerbocker struck out 6 batters and gave up a respectable 2 runs in a game 2. Then he picked up the bat and went 3 for 4 in both games with 2 doubles, 4 RBIs and a home run. Is there anything this boy can't do? Bayfield Wolverines women's track and field team just edged out Montezuma Cortez by 1 point to win the Pine River Invitational. The Wolverines boys team finished second on 114 points. At her first attempt, Jessica Cusack was only 3 seconds shy of the school record for 800 metres. Aubrey Lorenzen won the 1600 metres in 6 minutes and 14 seconds, and the girls' 4x100 relay team took top honours. For the boys, Brian Mashak proved he was the fastest man on 2 legs as he won the 100 and 200 metre sprints. Trevor Gabbard won the 3,200 metre run, and John Arnold secured another victory in the boys' javelin. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. And sports news makes it fly that much faster. Visit our website at www.durangotv.com to rewatch that pitching SOS with Victoria Johnson. And join us again next week to learn another skill in the wonderful world of sports. Before we leave, let's hear from a few more Broncos fans. But for Inside Durango TV, I'm Jordan Alexander. See you next week.
Hi guys, so what's your names?
Josiah Tower,
Yeah.
Aiden DeBurge,
Nice. And why are you here today?
to see the Broncos.
And who's your favourite Bronco?
My favorite is Julius Thomas.
Julius Thomas. How about you?
Peyton Manning.
And how long have you been Broncos fans?
Since we were little boys.
Little boys. So you look very excited, so I'll let you get back to in your line because you'll be meeting them very soon.
Nana told you
Okay.
Bronco fan.
Any last words for us?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. Go Broncos.
Go Broncos!
Thank you. Okay, so why are you guys here today?
See the Broncos.
Broncos. And who's your favorite Bronco?
Holiday. Wes Welker.
Any others? So you guys aren't far. How long have you been waiting for the Broncos today?
Well, we tried to go down to Pagosa also and just got cut off. So we've been on the hunt for the Broncos for a while.
You're in good shape today. You're very close.
Yeah.
Okay, any last words for us? A big go Broncos.
Go Broncos!
Thanks for watching Inside Durango TV Sports. Tune in every Thursday for more sports headlines.